baby boy names that my husband loves that I hate that we will not be using. This is for all my ladies out there who have husbands with terrible name suggestions, because that's been something that my husband and I have been going through as we've tried to figure out a name for this third baby boy. So yes, it's our third baby boy. So I truly feel like in the last 4 years since we had our first, we've gone through every single boy name you could possibly think of. This time around, my husband has been getting really creative with the names that he's been thinking of, starting off strong with Chipper. For reference, our last name is Whitmer, so we would have a baby boy named Chipper Whitmer.
No.
Where did he think of Chipper, you might be wondering?
No.
I guess there's a baseball player named Chipper Jones.
Does
he mean anything to me? No, and I'm not naming my son Chipper. Number 2, Fresh. Not kidding, when my husband suggested this name with his whole chest, like actually wholeheartedly was down to name our son Fresh. For reference, our first 2 are Teddy and Bo, so Fresh doesn't really seem to fit the theme for that, or honestly any name. Fresh got a hard no from me. Number 3, Salty. You might be thinking that my husband's joking. He's not. Like, dead serious, he wanted and really asked to name our son Salty. A little backstory, we were at the beach for a week when he was thinking of this name Salty, and he kept telling me, like, babe, there's like signs everywhere. Like, it's not a coincidence. Like, look anywhere and you see the name Salt. And I'm like, duh, we're at the beach. Like, of course the word salt is everywhere. It's like going to a furniture store and thinking it's a sign that you see the word couch written everywhere. Lastly, this one actually isn't too wacky of a name, but he really wanted River, which by principle, I don't think River is
That's not bad.
Like, I do like the name River, but like I said, our last name is Whitmer, so he would be River Whitmer. And to me, River Whitmer just feels like a tongue twister.
It kind of works, though.
And then my first thought is, like, he would be born and grow up with, like, the speech impediment rhoticism where you can't say your R's. So anytime anybody would say, like, oh, what's your name? He'd say Wivel Whitmel. So that's why River got a no from me. Let me know what your husband's craziest name suggestions were so I don't feel so alone.
Let me just first say, I think it's slightly odd to be worried about a speech impediment that a baby that hasn't even born yet hasn't developed. So I think that last one actually kind of works. But for the purposes of this conversation, my wife and I had some conversations about names as well. Real quickly, I did some landscape work for a guy in the far northwest suburbs that was a huge boating enthusiast. Had 3 or 4 little boats in his backyard, and his kids all had nautical names. His kids were Anchor, Stern, and Bow. So, I mean, there are stranger names out there. I wanted to name, if our first child was a boy, I really wanted Vlad Caleb. V-L-A-D, not Vladimir, Vlad, Caleb, C-A-L-E-B. To which Renee went, are you on dope? Wait a minute. Don't answer that. We're not doing that. I also like the name Sebastian. I don't know that that's necessarily too off the wall. Sebastian Blake. Ultimately, we had one son. We wound up naming him after me. I'm Tom Powell Jr. He's Tom Powell III. My father, when our first daughter was born and we thought she was going to be a he, my father was like, nobody has in the family has named anybody after my grandfather since he died. And I was like, yeah, because your grandfather's name was Lorenzo. And while it's a solid name for its time, just not really our jam, Renee wanted to name our son Tommy Gaetano. Gaetano was my maternal grandfather's name when he was born in Sicily. And when he came through Ellis Island, they changed his name to Thomas. So he went, the rest of his life, people knew him as Thomas Gaetano LaFura. But yeah, my weirdest name was Vlad Caleb. And when we were crossing off names on people's lists, her list of names and my list of names, and I don't like that one and I don't like that. Vlad Caleb was at the top of my boys list, and it was the first veto she stamped.